Welcome to the What If Deku Had a Love Life, Part 1. This is usually it's like all in my other what ifs. Usually it's like something like tragic. And like, and put him with Musclier as his, and Stars and Stripes as his, like, brother and sister and all that stuff, or give him like superpowers that is too crazy. But in this what if is just main focus of love. That's what it is. Okay? So, ready? Set? Go. So, let's start with Zuko being born. He has in this universe thing, he has like two most powerfulest quirks: infinity and love. Basically, back of his mind thing, the core of his brain, he has the infinity power. And so the doctor, where is that? Where is he? Sorry if I'm going up and down. So, can't see where it is. Got moved. Sorry. Alright, so I'll just use All for One Hand's picture. This one. So, the doctor told Zuko that he only has love quirk. Basically, anyone loves him, who he is. So then, there's none of them knew that Zuko actually has a thing quirk, or actually a power in back of his brain. So he was in the same class as the one that you see before you. Her. I know you're probably thinking she should be with Bakugo instead of Zuko. In this universe is just weird. So she ends up, like, they were like teenage, like about 4 years old. Owned. Sometimes they always hang out together, but then all the way from for her, like age of 4 to 15. And then, oh, sorry. Then she was dating him, like, AKA, literally, she's embarrassed to say it to him. But, of course, sometimes they don't go along together. But only person that sees what Izuku is. So, it was like a triangle. Ochako and Toga. And her. So it's like the three-way combo thing. So the and the heroes versus villains thing. Oh, and I'm giving her her school uniform is that. Okay. She kept it as sometimes she enjoys Zuku's company. And she has like such a power. So during the heroes versus villains thing, I'm skipping the exam and the quirk assessment test because Zuko and her broke every school record, both of them. And Zuko got rescue points for Ochako, or saving Ochako and Toga. So then Inko, through those like 11 or no wait. Yeah, 11 years, Inko notices that there's some attention building up between him and her. So, and her parents, she kind of has the same backstory as her, like, anime one. Kill anime one. But this one, she's way calmer when she's around Zuko compared to everyone else. She's aggressive to everyone else, but not to Izuku. So, it would have been quite different from the counterparts. So, Izuku was always treated her with kindness, and she treats him as kind heart too. So now it's just between now both of them got that, and so during the hero versus villains one-on-one thing, the him or no Zuko against and her as the only person that really noticed that they aren't really trying to kill each other was actually Eraserhead. And or actually Momo, who she like notices that they're not like trying to kill each other. As in her head she says, that should have been my boyfriend thing. Because she wants to. So it's basically went from her and Ochako and Toga, and then now it's like Momo is joining that. So it's square. Soon it will be the 5-finger thing. Because of a certain character. Her. So, then Eraserhead and, or actually, not Eraserhead, All Might didn't call it off, but he says, young Midoriya, and I forget her name, but both of you should be killing each other right now. As so both of them says, well, we both respect each other so much. As she ends up like saying that, and I almost so the so she ends up like fight for reals as she or as sorry, I almost said her, but so Zuko was like, okay, ready? As they both like went right at it, pretending to hate each other's kind. But she did not mean to stab him to death. She actually stabbed him, or actually that one punch went right through Zuku's chest, as everyone saw like what she did, but they all know it was accidental, not on purpose. As All Might's like, okay. As so then when Recovery Girl says, I can't, and because he's too far gone. As his heart that got blasted into bacon-sized bits thing, like it got destroyed, of course, has got rebuilt inside of Zuku's body. Or so they all like left him as he gets up, like, sheesh, no, she's stronger than me, but sheesh, almost tried to kill me, aren't you? As he gets up, as he like wipes his neck, like, where the heck am I? As so All Might went and goes check on his like dead body thing, or they all thought he was dead, but then he got spooked because when the hand came out of Recovery Girl's room, he saw Zuku's, like, hey, All Might, what's up? As he's like, what the heck? That attack from hers really knocked you out. Like, we all thought you were dead. No. Oh. Love can never die. As All Might remembers that his own version, or not All Might's version, but he remembers that Zuku's version of love gives him a mortality thing. So basically, he can never die. Kind. As he was woken. As so when Zuku went back to class, everybody's like, wait, are you still alive? How is that possible? As he's like, nothing's impossible for me. Yeah. As they couldn't believe that for a second. Like, that powerful blow could almost killed you, or did kill you, but how did you survive that? Sheesh. But he had a, like, 32 pack. He's almost similar to Seal's is, but way more, or not Seal. Similar to All Might, but 100 times more. Basically, his pecs, or like those ones that are on his chest, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-pack. Zuko had a 39-pack. More than All Might has. So, basically, like that. So, he. Now I'm listening to the song that, like, boy meets girl. Kind. So, but then when they were walking home, and don't worry about the sludge villain thing before. I forgot to mention that. The sludge villain got killed, or actually got kidnapped by Zuko instead of. So then only person, or actually his blood, and formed into like Zuko hates. That's what his name is. Zuko hate. Or hate Zuko. More accurate term. I was going to call him a Demon Lord Zuko, but that might be confusing me from that slime movies. Or actually, would be cool. So, he Lang goes up. As he walks to Zuko, as he literally basically he actually taps on taps on Zuko's shoulder, and he says, "You know what's worse than being afraid?" As Zuko turns around and sees himself, as he says, "What? Being scared of your own demons," as he literally punched Zuko, sending Zuko flying back. Boom. As everyone sees, like, of course, only people that really did know about that, or did not know. Of course, Bakugo saw what, as he walks, or actually, Demon Lord Zuko says, "I'm your worst fear. Every time you lose your blood, I get stronger." And as All Might, he popped out of nowhere and says, "What is all this commotion about?" As Zuko tells All Might that it's my fight, not yours, All Might. I don't know what this power is, but Well, you're powerful. You don't even know your own strength. Now, oh, I am Yehu Bawe. You're, let's say I'm a Demon Lord version of you, Zuku. Who, as he starts punching him, kicking at him. Heck, he's so strong. He lifts Zuku's entire body and slams him on the ground. And only people that, or all of them, all the pro heroes try to stop Zuku or Demon Lord Zuku from killing their student Zuku. As he stepped in and says, I won't let you hurt him. As the other four, or no, like Momo, Toga, and Ochako, who faced against him. Get out of my way. As every pro hero is trying to capture Zuku's evil counterpart. So, but Zuku looked at them and says, this is my fight. I brought him into this world. This is my blood. Now I'm going to take him out of this world. As his usual outfit thing, he always has a katana. Or not katana. He actually used his own power of obliteration thing, as it worked, and that demon actually got sealed back into his own body. As Zuku was breathing heavily, it's like that was I'm trying to make that sound of what Zuku's doing. As he collapsed, it took so much energy to get him back into his body. As he instead of a soft smack, it was the hard smack that, as All Might and Nezu, or actually Nezu, told All Might that, or actually called Inko that and warned her about that. So when she got told of what happened to Zuku, she's immediately panicking, like, Oh crud. Is he alive? As he's perfectly fine. He's safe. Just can he be like here late or be there later? Yeah. Keep me posted, okay? As her husband was with her at the time. And he like, what's wrong? As she can tell that Zuku's, or actually she told him that there was a, remember when I said there's a tension building up between them? Well, I think his rage part of him was got out of his body somehow, and now he's just sleeping. And so they all went, or they both went and checked on him to see if he was okay. But inside of Zuku's, the demon lord Zuku says, I'll get out of here. I'll just wait till you get killed again. Or set me free from, okay? I swear that I'll come for vengeance thing. So he was at the hospital to making sure that there's no like current, like there was only like scratch marks, but no big deal. But only people that really did show up was All Might Class 1A and Class 1B. Yeah. Thus, all of them showed up and to check on Zuku, because they seen how powerful his evil counterpart was. As he's regaining consciousness, as all of them, like Mina asked, what was that creature? None of them like knew except for Zuku. As he half conscious, and then he says, that was the bad version of me that won't be let out anytime soon. But his name is Demon Lord Zuku. Named him that because once it's a demon. Sure. As plus every pro hero, even like her and 13 and who else? Endeavor. Because Endeavor was like doing his business, but then when he heard that at what happened at UA, as he like flew all the way to the hospital to check on Zuku, and Music Mike and Eraserhead and Blood Hero. Plus Mirio too. Because he's seen how destructive Demon Lord Izuku was. So, I like how I went from being like, oh, okay, it's not gonna be like something something horrible, but more focused on love thing. It slowly turns into like that what if Deku was embodiment of hope and despair. Her kind of situation. And during the mornings, so Inko. Oh, I almost forgot about her. So she shows up before, and she tells them, or she tells herself that Zuku's gonna be alright. He's not gonna die. As as she was mostly between her and that violent hero, where is she? Her really likes the demon lord Zuku. So, but she loved Zuku as her or as himself, the good one. As she was like, okay. But then because Demon Lord Zuku has everyone fears him kind a quirk, and in back of his mind has zero. Not like he's powerless, but his power is called zero. It's kind of like opposite to Zuku's is infinity. And so, and the trader, UA trader, Yankee, him actually told told All For One about that situation. As All For One's like, interesting. Good job. Keep watchful eye on him, okay? Because All For One knows that, and if Zuku lets it out one more time, he can try to take control of it. But he could, or actually the Demon Lord Zuku can tell who the UA trader is. So basically, at the hospital bed, he's regaining consciousness. of Zuku, but his eyes turned that color, and I'm trying to zoom in. Come on. So basically, his eyes turned into like that color, or actually, he closed one eye and opened the other. He says, "Inky, you're such a turd, aren't you?" As everyone's spooked, because this is not the normal Zuku that they're all known and love. As heck, Bakugo's mother came before her. And so Yinky that kid right there, he ends up saying, "What do you mean, Demon Lord Zuku?" As he says, "Don't play dumb with me." One of my abilities of when people hate, or no, when people are scared of me, I can also use any electronics that in my like non-present thing, I can hear it through, or I can process where it is. So tell that all for one bastard, or to this is what he's saying, not me. Don't worry, I don't want to be demonetized, but he really says, tell that turkey to go like fly a kite somewhere else. And no, I won't join his. As he puts his hand, and to be honest with you, I'm not really into villains. I just want to get out of this body and roam around freely. And as he says, and you know what? Because he actually, to be honest, he never really did have any hate for Zuku. He just hates them because of absolutely no reason. He says, "I know that I would never kill my good self." Because he's honest with them. I would rather do the same thing as like what you two or what you three are gonna do. As he looks at her and says, "I know that," or he's told her that, and I know that you're gonna date this body, so I accept. Or he probably is embarrassed to say it too. As he was like that, she's blushing. As so, as Momo, even says, or actually between Momo and Toga and Ochako and her, he actually told all four of them that, don't worry, as he actually says, I'm the demon lord Izuku. He don't mind and married to all, like, hey, Mama, Tonga, and the Chaco, to marrying to all three of you, as he looks at Ochako and says, you love my other self. As Ochako knows that he's right about her gonna date Zuko, who's his love version. So they were like, okay, or actually, let's get down to the serious business, okay? I agree. And see when he gains full consciousness. As he lays back down, or like lays down, closes his eyes. As the next 2 days is the in one of the days when he was sleeping to regain consciousness, the good version of Zuko and him were meeting inside of his own body, like, as Zuko could tell, or he knows that if he gets cut loose, as he, like, you know that, like, one finger, like, be quiet thing, as he says, he actually told Zuko that you actually don't worry about me, as he actually gave Zuko a hug, as he told him that you're like my little brother. I always will be protecting you at all costs. Okay? And sorry about grabbing your throat like that back at UA. As he says, yeah, I kind of figured that out, but you have a strong grip, boy. I forgot to mention. Oh, well, I am more powerful. So the other day, like after the second day, Zuko got released back to to UA. See? As Nezu said, or during that one day, where there was also a meeting between all the pro heroes teachers of keeping a close eye on Zuko if he bleeds out even once, we all saw what he did to, or saw what that creature did to Zuku's, as the only as all main says, I'll take full responsibility for his actions. As Bunny Girl says the same thing, but for the if a demon or demon lord version of him ever gets out, as he says, okay, but we need heavy artillery if that ever happens. So now it was USJ. So Mirio, or actually Nezu told Mirio to go with them. Because they did, and when at the USJ thing, the Nomu, where is it? So the Nomu, where is he? So the Nomu, or actually Shiraki-sen says, go kill that. Go kill them. As so Nomu went and instead of attacking Eraserhead, ends up punching Zuku hard, and as he coughing out blood onto the floor, as he was coughing up blood like no tomorrow, as Mirio knocked Nomu sideways, as he did that face, and he went in. He says, hurry, bro. As he he's grabbed a napkin thing or tried to cover his mouth as much as possible, but it was too late. The demon lord has came back, as he says, all right, you must be a Nomu, aren't you? That undead freak. Come on at me, bro. As it and him went toe to toe, as Shiraki-sen has heard about what happened if he gets too out of control. As Shiraki-sen says, oh crud. Are you flipping kidding me? As Eraserhead went and tried to keep his blood from doing that, but Demon Lord Doria was, it's similar to what All Might would have done, but he says your brain's exposed. So he ends up like grabbed the brain, Nomu's brain, and ripped it right out. As he turns his sights to Shiraki-sen and the villains, as all the villains, they're like, we surrender. No questions asked, we surrender. As he, so they were, he's, or he walks back over to Zuko, helps him lift up onto his feet, as he had cracked ribs, as he turned to his classmates and told them that if they want to join him, we'll don't worry about it. As he was leaving, but the doors, security system activated, and it closed right in front of him, as he's like, you are really pissing me off, aren't you? As that's what he is saying to, as he used one finger, like, or he actually used his own power of zero and like disintegrated the entire door, or that entire security system. So then all that has gone, said Zuko on his like back, as says, as he looks at the human Pikachu, and he says, do you have any contacts on, as human Pikachu was said yes, because someone in that building is jamming it. As he was a fearful leader, as then he went back into, or he used his fingers things, like all 5 of his fingers, to Zuko, and they both, or he went back into Zuko's body to like say say he like buffed out all the dents and replaced old like broken ribs with newer ones. So, and she was always standing right next to him. Um, because she knows that her love is, and Chaco's loves him. So All Might shows up. they see the villains surrendered. Only two people escaped was Shiraki-sen and Kirigiri, so but they're like, okay. As Zuko got ran to the hospital, it was just him. 13 and Eraserhead was unharmed. Only person that got harmed was Zuko, but the good version of Zuko, not the Demon Lord Zuko one. Because he took care of the Nomu and ended up getting. Oh, it's